Before we get into today's chat, quick one. If you're not 100% sure how your HR is really holding up, take our free HR health check. It's short, jargon-free, and gives you a clear score on what's working and what needs a bit of love. And if you do it before 1st April 2026, you'll get a bonus 7-pillar strategy on a page, tailored to help you manage HR brilliantly for the year ahead. Just head to kateunderwoodhr.co.uk/HR-health-check check the link in the show notes. If you've ever opened your phone and seen 47 WhatsApp messages about rota changes, shift swaps, and can someone cover me, and you've instantly felt your blood pressure rise, this one's for you. Because the WhatsApp group is brilliant for sending a quick update. It is not, and I repeat not, your HR system. This is buzzing about HR, and today we're talking rota chaos. Why running your people decisions on voice notes and vibes creates drama, what it's costing you, and how to fix it without becoming the bad guy. Hello and welcome back. It's Kate. Hazel is here too, my wellbeing officer. She sat nearby like a tiny furry compliance officer, judging my life choices and waiting for snacks. Hazel sighs. Translation: stop the chaos, start the treats. Right, let's be honest about what this looks like in real life. Somebody can't do Thursday. Someone else says they'll swap. A manager gives a thumbs up emoji. 2 days later, someone claims they never agreed. The rota is wrong. Customers feel it. The team is stressed. And you're stood there trying to work out who's actually in while your phone is pinging like it's having a breakdown. And then, because you're trying to keep the business afloat, you end up making a decision in the moment. And someone feels it's unfair. Or you cave because you don't have time for an argument. Or you put a plaster on it by doing the shift yourself. Rinse and repeat. Here's the thing. Rota chaos isn't just annoying. It creates real problems. It hits morale, it hits service, it hits safety, and it hits fairness. And it's a big reason people fall out at work because it feels personal. The real issue is not WhatsApp itself. The issue is informal communication being used for formal decisions. Because informal communication creates 3 things you do not want. 1, confusion. People miss messages, skim messages, or assume someone else has seen it. 2, inconsistency. Different managers handle it differently, which instantly creates fairness drama. 3, he said, she said. No clear record, no agreed process, and suddenly you're arguing about what an emoji meant. So today I want to give you a practical fix. Not a full HR department. Not a fancy system you'll never use. Just a clear way of doing rotas and swaps that protects the business and stops the daily nonsense. Let's start with the biggest sources of rota chaos. Late notice changes. I can't do tomorrow. Shift swapping without approval. I've swapped with Jamie. Jamie didn't agree. Holiday requests sitting in limbo. People book things without confirmation. Managers approving things casually. Yeah, go on then. In a voice note. No single source of truth. One rota on the wall. One on WhatsApp, one in someone's head. People not knowing the rules. How much notice do they need? Who approves? What's allowed? If any of that sounds familiar, don't worry. Most small businesses have been there, especially in hospitality, care, retail, manufacturing, anywhere shift-based. This is not you being bad at HR. This is you trying to run a business without a simple process. So here's the fix. We're going to reset this in a way that feels fair, calm, and manageable. First, you need one source of truth for the rota. 1. Not a photo of a whiteboard that gets updated 3 times and nobody knows which version is current. One version that everyone agrees is the rota. It can be as simple as a shared spreadsheet. It can be a scheduling app. It can be a weekly PDF. I do not care what tool you use. I care that there is one agreed place that the rota lives. Then you make one simple rule. If it's not on the rota, it's not agreed. That one sentence will save your life. Second, you need a clear cut-off for changes. Because the reason rotas become chaos is that they never stop moving. People treat them like a suggestion. So decide your cut-off. For example, rota issued 2 weeks in advance and changes need to be requested at least 72 hours before the shift, unless it's an emergency. And yes, you can define emergency. Genuine sickness, family emergency, unexpected childcare breakdown. Not, I forgot I had tickets. People can cope with rules. What they can't cope with is rules that change depending on who asks and how loudly. Third, shift swaps need a simple process. Here's what works. The employee finds cover. Fine. But the manager approves it. Always. And it only counts when it's confirmed in the official rota. So the swap request goes in writing. Even if it's a quick message, it should include who is swapping, which shifts, and confirmation that both people agree. Then the manager responds with a clear yes or no. Then the rota is updated. Then it's done. No, I thought you said yes. No, I didn't see that message. No, I assumed. Also, and this matters, the original person stays responsible for the shift until the swap is approved and updated. Because otherwise, people start doing side deals and you end up uncovered. Fourth, you need a holiday tracking method that doesn't rely on memory and vibes. Because holidays are where fairness issues explode. People think they've booked it because it was mentioned. Managers forget because they're busy. Then you're short-staffed and someone is fuming. So again, one system. It can be a simple holiday calendar. It can be a spreadsheet. It can be an HR system if you have one. Just something that shows who is off and when and how much leave they have left. And have a rule. Holidays are not booked until they are approved. Not I told you about it. Not I put it in the group. Approved. Fifth, be careful with WhatsApp and voice notes for anything that feels like a decision. I'm not saying ban it. I'm saying keep it in its lane. WhatsApp is for quick updates and reminders, like running 5 minutes late, or traffic is awful, or delivery arriving at 3. But rota changes, holiday approvals, and anything that affects pay, hours, or fairness needs to be confirmed properly. Otherwise, you're building your business on misunderstandings. Sixth, set expectations with the team so it doesn't feel like you're suddenly becoming strict. Because if you change this without explaining, people will think you're being controlling. So explain the why. You can say something like, we're tightening up the rota process because it's been getting messy and it's not fair on anyone. We need one clear rota, clear deadlines for changes, and swaps need manager approval and to be updated properly. This protects you as much as it protects the business. It means fewer mix-ups, fewer arguments, and it's clearer for everyone. When people understand it's about fairness and clarity, most will be relieved. The ones who kick off are usually the ones benefiting from the chaos. Hazel sighs. Translation: chaos benefits no one, except squirrels. Now, let's talk about how you fix this without becoming the bad guy. You do it by being consistent, not harsh. Your tone matters. You're not telling adults off. You're putting a fair system in place. And when someone pushes back, you keep it calm. I get it, but we need changes requested by the deadline. I can't approve that swap until I have confirmation from both of you. If it's not updated on the rota, it's not agreed. I'm not saying no to be difficult. I'm saying no because we need cover. And then you follow through. Because the fastest way to stay the bad guy forever is to set a rule and then ignore it. That teaches people the rule is optional, and then you're right back to chaos. Now, a quick practical check for business owners and managers. Do you have one rota everyone trusts? Do people know how much notice they need for changes? Do shift swaps require manager approval? Do you have a visible holiday calendar? Are approvals confirmed clearly? Do you have a record that avoids he said, she said? If you've got a few no's, that's your starting point. This week, here's what I want you to do. Keep it simple. Pick one source of truth for your rota and tell the team. Set a cut-off for changes. Create a swap rule that includes manager approval and rota update. Create a basic holiday tracker and send one message explaining the why in plain English. That's it. You do not need to become a strict monster. You need clarity, fairness, and consistency. Because when the rota is calm, everything else becomes calmer. People know where they stand. Managers stop firefighting. You stop getting dragged into nonsense, and your team can focus on doing the job rather than negotiating shifts like it's the stock market. Hazel sighs again. Translation: less WhatsApp, more walkies. Kettle on, standards up. See you next time. That's it for today. But if you fancy a bit of friendly HR advice in your inbox with zero waffle, come and join our newsletter. We send out bite-sized tips, plain English updates, and handy things you'll actually use. No spam, no fluff. You can sign up at kateunderwoodhr.co.uk/newsletter-sign up, or just hit the link in the show